Hello, my sweet friends. How are you? Well, in today's video, we're going to be in the family room decorating the mantle for Easter. I got a little carried away. I mean, what's new? It wouldn't be a list show without me getting carried away, right? Let's just say towards the end of the video, the bunnies multiplied. I don't know how it happened, but I started out with 2 and I ended up with 5, and then 1 fell and broke, and now I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so wait for it. So in the family room, it's big vaulted ceilings. It's pretty much all glass doors and windows. There is hardly any wall space to decorate with where you put a cabinet or a piece of furniture and do a pretty vignette or add wall art. So for me, my mantle is really the focal point in the room because I've got floor to ceiling stonework, and then I've got beams and lots of wood. So yeah, I can afford to go crazy on the mantle. Let's just put it that way, because that is my main decorating focal point in the whole room. One more thing, at the end of the video when the music stops, I will then show you the changes I've made, because after I sat and looked at it this morning while I was having coffee, I thought, oh, I could add this. Oh, I could take that away. Oh, I could bring this in. I mean, let's just say the wheels were turning again. So I did add a few things and I took the broken bunny away. So you'll see that at the end. All right, my sweet friends, let's get into the video.
Alrighty, my friends, this is our winter mantle, and I've really enjoyed it since dismantling Christmas. We had the pine and the berries and the pine cones and the twigs and the soft glow of the lamp and the lantern, which I really enjoyed. But with that said, spring is upon us and it is time to lighten and brighten the space. So pause the video and get comfy in a cozy chair, and I'm going to take you on a step-by-step adventure of decorating my mantle for spring and Easter, and it's going to be quite the process. So now that we've cleared all the winter decor, we have a blank canvas in which to work with. But with that said, we also have a few decorating challenges here. We have an electrical outlet and an air vent for our wood-burning fireplace. And we also have a piece of missing stone, and there's the vent. Many of you have told me how to correct this, but we just haven't gotten around to it yet. I've just decided to add these 2 cage lamps with Edison bulbs, and I've plugged them into the electrical outlet. And this is what it looks like so far. Next up, it's all about concealing. Concealing is the name of the game. These are seriously my favorite lamps. I just love the glow from the Edison bulbs, and I love the cage lights. It's very like farmhouse, French country-esque. So I was watching some videos of my past spring decor, and I thought, you know what? I want to bring back the window for spring. It'll lighten, it'll brighten, it'll be the perfect thing to add on the mantle. But oh goodness, look what we have to deal with. Oh, the hole in the stone and the electrical outlet. That's not going to work, so we've got to conceal. Now, initially, I thought this wreath would do the trick, but I wasn't concerned about the electrical cord showing on the bottom because I knew I could fill in. However, looking through the hole of the wreath, I could still see the missing piece of the stone and the outlet, so that wasn't going to work. So I brought up this mirror that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I was going to off-center it, but ultimately I decided to center it. And then what I did was I took a simple thumbtack and I placed it right at the top of the mirror, and that is where I am going to hang my wreath. It's all going to work out. You'll see. I took a simple little thumbtack and I just twisted it around and around and around, and it went in just like butter. Adding that simple thumbtack became the perfect anchor for my wreath. I actually like having the window as my backdrop. It adds the height I was looking for. Meanwhile, the mirror with the little crisscrosses gives it character. And the wreath adds the textural element I was looking for to warm it all up. All right, now what I want to do is bring in 2 rustic wood chippy shutters, and I'm going to anchor those on either side of the wood window and mirror. Adding the shutters served 2 purposes for me. One being I wanted to break up all that stonework, and the second reason being I wanted to add a lightness and brightness to the space. And adding those cage lights at each end of the mantle also anchors each end point, as well as adding that beautiful glow. Now, can we take a moment to admire this beautiful wreath that I found on Amazon? There are 2 things I absolutely love about this wreath: the colors and the twigs. The twigs bring a natural, authentic look to the wreath, and the twigs are what's going to tie it all together at the end. Now, let's address this awful eyesore, the vent. We're going to conceal it using a pedestal and a bunny. Wait for it. Isn't he cute with his little bow around his neck? I just love him. So I decided I wanted to add some texture behind the bunny, and I also thought it would conceal that air vent, and I'm also going to conceal that gap right there by his little feet. I decided to make it more full and luscious looking, and in a few minutes you're going to see I'm going to add a pop of color behind him. So this is a little greenery pick that I'm going to add in with that greenery. I'm just going to stick it right in the middle and spread it out. And the dark green acts as the backdrop while the yellow acts as the pop of color. Now I've added more greenery by his feet, and I'm just going to spread it out and add another bunny. He's got a friend, guys. I just think these 2 look awfully sweet together. Yes, I do. Also, by adding the greenery, it adds a softness to the wood and the stonework. All right, now I've decided I want to add this floral pick. I found this on Amazon. I'll link it below. And I'm going to add that in with the greenery and pull it out around to where the lamp is. All right, taking a step back, this is what we have so far. I've now added a white cake pedestal that I found at Home Goods. To that, I've added a beautiful spring basket. It has ferns and flowers and moss, and it's just twiggy. It's beautiful. Perfect for spring. Oh goodness, look who just hopped over. This cute little green bunny. And this little green bunny is going to find its way right up in the basket. So as I stand back, this is what you see from afar, and what I'm going to do is mimic the greenery that's on the left-hand side on the right-hand side so that it all looks cohesive like it goes together. And this is the cutest Rae Dunn Happy Spring Easter egg. I won that on a giveaway last year on Decorating Fanatics channel. And again, here's a look at the greenery. On the left, we're going to add it to the right. FYI, that cake pedestal was really just used as a riser. And here's the same greenery, and I'm going to kind of nestle that under the cake stand. I have this cute little wreath, and I thought what I could do is nestle that behind the basket. Number 1, to add a little extra height, trying to add some more balance and texture. I also love the pops of yellow. It just sings spring to me. All right, now what I want to do is add some more greenery, more pops of yellow. We're going to fill in that gap right there using this floral pick. Like I said, I got this on Amazon. It's going to mimic what's going on the left, on the right. See, it really did fill in that gap just like I wanted it to. Now, because we have an Easter egg on the right hand side, let's go over here and add one to the left hand side. And check out this cute little bunny Easter egg. I found him at Home Goods last year, and we're going to add him on top of this cute rustic pedestal. I think this little Easter egg guy is super cute. But you know what's running through my head right now? The fact that we probably need to add some more pops of yellow if we really want this display to be a conversational piece and look extra Eastery and springy. So we're going to go in with more of these Amazon yellow and green picks. And what I'm doing is I'm just laying it right down on the mantle and kind of spreading it out right where I want it. Super easy peasy, and now I need to do that section. See, it's nice and filled in, just the way I wanted it to look. Okay, what you're seeing right here is an overall look. Now, remember at the beginning of the video, I mentioned this wreath and how it had lots of twigs in it, which got me thinking. I have these beautiful branches. They're wire branches. I found these on Amazon, and I thought, hey, I could mimic the twigs in the wreath and add these to the greenery to give it a more natural, authentic look. So what I'm going to do is slip this wire branch in with the greenery, and then I'm just going to bend them to make them look natural into place. I want the branches to look sort of wild and wispy, and I don't know, I just think it gives this display a more interesting look. So I'm kind of like, just bending them all over the place. And, it really does mimic the wreath up above where you've got lots of branches. So I don't know, I just thought this would be a great way to finish off the display. And see, you can see those branches there. That was sort of my inspiration. So in looking at these branches, it got me thinking about spring, just spring in general. When you see the branches of winter all barren, and then all of a sudden, as we creep closer to spring, you start to see little bits of green buds on the trees. So I went to one of my favorite greenery garlands, and I just picked off a piece and I just strung it around the branches, or just, dropped it. And I thought, bingo, that's the look I'm going for. An early spring look. And I just take the greenery, wind it around the branch. Doesn't get much simpler than that. And I just picked the little branch off the garland, and you are good to go. Now here's the Hobby Lobby garland. This is that one that I always say is my favorite. It's usually $39.99. I always get it 50% off. But anyway, you can pull this literally off the garland. It's a full garland, so pulling a few pieces off is not going to make it look bad at all. And then again, just wind it around the branch. Super easy peasy. It doesn't even have to be perfect. And as we all know, the spring buds on the trees are never perfect. They're all kind of sporadic and crazy and whatnot. But see, isn't that a cute look? I just love this. I'm so glad I thought of doing this. You know how bunnies are, they multiply, and now I can't get them out of my display.
All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back and see me on Friday. We will be one of two places, either in the dining room decorating full out French country with color, or we will be back in the family room decorating the hearth area, because boy, do I have a cute idea for that will tie everything together. So stay tuned and I will see you then. Bye guys. Love you. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you Friday.